I'm just going to rush through my talking points so that I'll give enough opportunity for questions. Okay? So, setting the right expectation. This is very, very important so that we are thinking about what we are doing the right way. Okay? Now, there's a difference between spot and futures trading. That is spot/futures trading and arbitrage trading. There's actually a difference. I was thinking today and it occurred to me that I actually need to talk about this so that we have the right expectation, because it is only when expectations are not met that people are disappointed, right? So in spot or futures trading, you are taking advantage of opportunity, maybe an information to trade a particular token. Maybe you hear that a token is about to launch something, or you were fortunate to know about the token when it was doing pre-sale, and then you got in on time before people start demanding for the token. So basically in spot or futures trading, you are trading the market. Basically, trading against the forces of demand and supply. That's basically what you're doing. So in spot/futures trading, you can make a lot of money at once. You can also lose a lot of money at once, especially in futures, right? You can make a lot of money at once. You can also lose a lot of money at once. Okay, the risk is way higher, right? In arbitrage trading, it's a lot different. In arbitrage trading, you are trading based on price inefficiencies in different markets. So let me break it down. So in arbitrage, basically what you're doing is that because we have different exchanges, we have different currencies, we have different countries, it is impossible for one asset listed across different exchanges, different currencies, traded in different currencies and in different countries. It is impossible for the prices of that asset to be the same across these different three channels. It's almost impossible, right? So you're actually trading the inefficiencies of the prices of the price of that particular asset. Are you guys with me? So because you are trading price inefficiencies, right, you do not expect to see a 15% profit or even a 10% profit. You do not expect to see that. If that happens, it's not a norm, okay? If that happens, it's just going to be an exception. It's not a norm. So I'm just trying to set our expectations. However, in arbitrage trading, your profit is more assured, okay? The risk is way, 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 way less, okay? And that's a good thing, because in the school of financial freedom, protecting your money is more important than making more money. In the school of financial freedom, okay? Protecting the money you already have is more important than making more money. So if making more money comes with more risk, in the school of financial freedom, you need to focus or put priority more on protecting the money that you already have. Okay, it is only when you have kept as much as possible that you can now allocate risk capital to be able to go out there and take risk. So in spot/futures, you make more money, but the risk is also higher. In arbitrage, the profit is not as high as spot and futures trading, but it is more assured. Does that make sense, guys? So this is me setting an expectation for you. Now, we created a page which I'm going to share. I'm going to share my screen and show you shortly, because people have been asking how much can we make and all of that. And I responded that, look, even if we know how much you can make, we are not permitted to say it, because we don't want to get into trouble with regulation. All right. But we did something to give you an idea. All right. It's an assumption. Okay, because we're trying to protect ourselves. We're trying to stay within the law. If you get what I mean, listen between the lines of what I'm saying. Okay, it's an assumption we are making because we want to stay legal, want to stay within what is permissible for us to do. Okay, we're not allowed to say you make so percent and all that. You're not allowed to say that. Only banks can say that. All right, but we came up with an assumption or an hypothesis, okay, of what is actually possible, just to give you a vague idea of what could be possible, not what is possible, but what could be possible. Listen between the lines. I'm using all of these words. Listen to my tenses, because we are not allowed to, emphatically say you're going to make so and so. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and show you a document just for information purposes. Okay. That gives you an idea of what is possible. I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying that is how much you're going to make, but I'm saying that this is possible. This is something that is possible. It's not out of, this world as regards what you can make when it comes to arbitrage trading powered by the arbitrage intelligence system. Are we together? All right. So let me share my screen. Okay. So this is a page that will be on the arbitrage intelligence system. On the left-hand side, you can see all of the menus for the arbitrage intelligence: my opportunities, trade history, exchange connections, staking, performance, leaderboard, profile settings, blah, blah, blah. All right. So, but this is what I want you to focus on. This is what I want to show you on this page. First, there's a disclaimer here. It says these potential profit examples are purely illustrative based on optimal trading conditions, consistent execution, and maximum capital utilization. Actual results will vary based on market conditions, execution speed, and trader decisions. This is legal jargon that we are expected to put out here. Okay. Now, look at the part I want you guys to focus on. Potential profit example. So the $20 plan, that means you stake $20. You can trade one opportunity in 48 hours. That is one opportunity in 2 days. And the maximum capital you can trade it is $20. Potential profit example at the end of 1 month is $15. That means you are trading once every 2 days with $20. At the end of the month, your profit will be $15. Remember, it's not guaranteed. This is just a potential profit example. Okay? And you have access to 2 fiat rails. That means you can send money to just 2 currencies. $50 plan, you stake $50. You can trade once every day with a capital of maximum of $50. At the end of the month, you've made $60 in profit. Okay, so you've actually made more than your capital, and you have access to 2 fiat rails. That means you can send money to 2 currencies. That means you can only buy from two countries. Okay. $100 plan, you stake $100. You can trade twice a day with maximum capital of $100. In 1 month, you have a profit of $180. Okay, profit, not profit plus capital. Profit, just pure profit. Okay, $180. So you have more money than the capital you traded with in a month. Access to 2 rails. Okay, I think there's a problem here. There's a mistake here. For the $500, you should have access to 5 rails, actually, not 2 rails. So that's a typo. So the $500 plan, you can trade 3 times a day. Maximum capital is $500. Potential profit at the end of the month is $900. $2,000, $3,000. Okay, $5,000, $15,000, and then the $10,000 plan is hard to calculate because you can trade with any amount of capital, and we can show you all kinds of trades. So it's more difficult to calculate your potential profit on the $10,000 plan. Okay, but it is common sense to know that it is going to be significantly, your profit here will be significantly higher than the $5,000 plan. Okay, and you have access to all the currencies that we support. Now, here's what I want you guys to note here. The higher your staking plan, the more capital you're trading with, the more frequency you can trade. Now, in arbitrage trading, your trading frequency is actually more important than the profit you make. So if, for instance, somebody is on the $100 plan, can only trade twice a day, and let's assume he's making a profit of 5% per trade, trading twice a day. Somebody on the $5,000 plan who is trading 10 times a day with an average profit of even 2%, that is less than half of what the $100 guy is making as profit. This guy who is making 2% profit per trade will almost double, if not quadruple, the profit of this guy at the end of the month. Like, what am I even saying? The difference will be so much, it will be unbelievable. All right. So in arbitrage trading, your frequency of trade is more important than the profit you make. So how much? So it's all about velocity. Okay. How often do you trade? It's not even about the profit you trade per time. It will compound. The power of compounding, which somebody has said is the eighth wonder of the world. Compounding. It's crazy. All right. You leverage the power of compounding. So here is what I want to educate you guys about. Okay. For those of you who are on the $10,000, $5,000, $2,000 packages, congratulations. Okay. I mean, you guys can really make some really good money for yourselves. Okay. But for those who are on this lower packages, especially $20, $50, $100, okay? The $500 is our mid package, which is okay. Okay, but if you're on the $100, $50, $20, and you genuinely cannot afford to increase your staking plan so that you can trade with more money and you can trade more frequently, then what you should rather do is to really put your head in the right place and understand that for you to start making life-changing money, you need to upgrade to at least the $5,000 package. Okay? Now, it's simple to do. You can tell yourself, okay, I'm going to start wherever I am, even if it is $20 package. I'm going to start there, and then I start, saving up a percentage of my profit to upgrade my staking plan. That is one. Two, you can leverage promotions, right? You can leverage promotions. As a matter of fact, you can actually upgrade your staking plans just by the rewards you're going to earn by promoting to people. Leverage on other people's money, other people's effort, other people's time. See, let me tell you something. In the world of financial freedom, it doesn't matter how much you earn. Active income. Active income is the income you earn by exchanging your time for that money. And active income is pegged because nobody has more than 24 hours a day. So if you are earning by exchanging your time, the amount of money you can earn is pegged because it is a function of the time you have to exchange to be able to make that money. But when you leverage other people's money, other people's time, other people's effort, you give yourself an open check. To be able to earn money by the activities of others, no longer trading your own time alone for money. Okay? It's still okay to trade some part of your time for money, but you cannot build financial freedom that way. You need to leverage to be able to build financial freedom. Now, trading to make money on our platform is active income. It's okay. It's very good. I'm just saying that you will not achieve financial freedom that way. Okay? So it's good to trade and make money is active income. But you need passive income to achieve financial freedom. And how to leverage passive income on the WITTY platform is really through promotions. Do you can you understand this? Just imagine for a moment that you are on the $500 plan because that is the least plan that I would expect anybody to be on. And I'm not saying if you don't have $500 now to stake, that you are a loser. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that whatever plan you are at, your focus should be to keep upgrading until you are at least on the $500 plan. That is the least anybody should be on, should plan to be on. Okay? If you are there already or above, congratulations. If you're not there, that should be your goal. That should be your focus. Okay? Now, just imagine that you're on the $500 plan and you have like hundreds of people in your organization. Now, listen, I didn't say hundreds of people that you personally have brought in. It might just be only 2 persons you brought in. But the beauty of it is that those 2 persons you brought in, you don't know how many people they know. You can have only 2 persons in your level 1, but in your level 1 to 10, you can have 500 people. You did not bring those 498 people. You don't even know them. They were brought by the 2 people you brought in and the people they brought in. Now, imagine you have that number of people in your organization who are doing transactions. As a result, they are earning points and you are also earning points. You remember how our point system works. For every point earned by somebody in your organization, 10% of that comes to you. So imagine that you are earning not by your trading alone. You're earning by the trading of the people in your organization from level 1 to level 10. So it's actually possible that somebody is on the $20 plan and makes more money than somebody on the $10,000 plan who did not promote. Somebody on the $20 plan who are aggressive. See, guys, you cannot be broke and be ashamed at the same time. That is double jeopardy. Don't do that to yourself. All right? So, self-awareness. I'm talking to someone here and I need you to get it. Just one person. I'm just talking to one person. Self-awareness. You know you are broke. There's no need to lie about it or even deny it because you can't even hide such things, right? So you already know you are broke. That is one jeopardy. To be ashamed of sharing something that can make people money and make you money is double jeopardy. So your mindset should be, okay, you know what? I'm broke, but I need to do something about it. I'm broke. I have an opportunity that enables me to make more money if I put in more money. In terms of taking more money, in terms of capital to trade and make more money. I do not have that. I'm already disadvantaged in that sense. But I have my mouth. All right? I'm going to promote these things to the ends of the earth so that I can make up for being broke. So I'm telling you that if you take this seriously, you that is on the $20 taking plan can make more money than somebody on the $10,000 plan. How and why, you may ask? Because you are going to be earning so much from staking activities or from staking rewards. You are going to be earning so much from staking rewards, and from that WITTY or any from staking rewards, you can use it to upgrade. And in a matter of months, you can be on the $10,000 plan, right? Without any money from your pocket, right? So that is actually very, very possible to happen. And that is where I want your headspace to be at. So WITTY has been designed in a way that it favors you whether you have a deep pocket or not. If you have a deep pocket, it helps you to leverage very fast, make money very fast. If you don't have a deep pocket, you can start with whatever you have and make up for your lack of deep pocket by promoting so that you can earn rewards that will enable you to stake on higher packages, and then you start making real good money. Because really, the good money starts from the $500 plan and above. Okay? That's where the real money starts. So if you're on the $500 plan and every month you're earning a profit of $900, let's assume that, okay, you spend 50% of your monthly profit to take care of your family. You still have an additional $450 that you can keep towards upgrading to a higher plan. In another 2 to 3 months, you can upgrade to the $2,000 plan, and your monthly earning shoots up from $900 to $3,000. Can you imagine the jump? Okay, and don't forget this $2,000 you staked here is still your money, which will be appreciating in value. Your income here is also growing. So, okay, let's assume that, okay, at the end of the month, when you start earning $3,000, depending on your discipline, if you're really disciplined and you find financial freedom, you can keep your lifestyle at $450 to quickly ramp up your staking to this area. Okay, so very, very important that you do that, because in arbitrage, frequency of trade is actually what makes you money, not the profit you make on one trade. The frequency of trade is what makes you a lot of money. Okay, so you want to be able to trade 3 times a day or 6 times a day or 10 times a day or an indefinite number of times a day. You want to actually get there. All right, guys. So that's all I've got today. I'm going to stop my screen share